Okay, great, interesting story out of USA Today. So this was originally reported in the American Association for Advancement of Science. Their journal of actually it's called the Journal of Science Advances, which is managed by the American Association for the Advancement of Sciences, AAAS. So it's originally gone there, but USA has done a smaller article, which is a little bit easier to digest, about that the researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder have developed wearable technology that is powered by the human body, which is really awesome. So what it does is your body produces heat, and what that heat does is that heat produces electricity. It's one of the 6 ways electricity is produced. And please I do not ever want to hear, well, the ways of producing electricity is hydroelectric or steam. It's like, no, that's how you move the prime mover for one of the ways you create electricity, which is a copper wire, a magnetic field, and a relative motion between the two. And there's some other ways. I'm not going to get into that right now, but yeah, another way is common way known as would be chemical reaction for batteries, two dissimilar metals that produces electricity, pressure, and solar. Pressure is called the piezoelectric effect, but we're talking about the thermoelectric effect. So that produces electricity, not a lot. So what they do is they have a stretching material called polyamide, thermoelectric chips, and liquid metal wires that can be worn either on your wrist or like a ring on your finger. So the whole idea about this is that normally batteries, when you have stuff that's battery powered, the batteries will eventually fail. They'll eventually run out. They're rechargeable. They're going to recharge so much. And eventually batteries have to be replaced. I don't know if you've ever seen, one thing you have to watch out is that for laptops, if the battery starts to expand, it's going bad. I mean, you've seen stories or heard stuff about batteries catching fire, and that's usually when they start to bubble up and like puff out and start gaining weight, so to speak, and start getting big. Yeah, it's time to replace that battery, or bad things are going to happen. With this device, you can just wear it, and it's always getting constant power because your body's producing the heat needed to power it. And according to this article, researchers say that a wearable can generate about 1 volt for every square centimeter of skin space. Now, a normal car battery is like 12 volts, okay? But I'm talking about like you put in like your calculator or whatever. Oh, actually, those are a little different. Like a flashlight battery is like about one like a AA or AAA battery is like it's like 1.5 volts. This is 1 volt, so it would. But this isn't like you're going to be putting like a little calculator in your wrist going like that, or this they're going to use all sorts of use it for like monitoring your heart, or that would be, I mean, that's one of the things. You can use for all sorts of crazy stuff. We'll see what they come up with. They're talking about that this should be able to hit the market, or I say the shelves, or market in about 5 to 10 years, because it's going to take some research. You got to figure out what they're going to do with it. Maybe you can use as a tracking device on someone. You put it on there and you put it in their skin. It can be used as a tracking device for someone who's like important, and you want to, like, God forbid someone kidnaps someone important, they can help track them. They can use it for, I'm just thinking stuff off the top of my head. They could use it for monitoring your heart, monitoring your heart, your vitals and stuff like that. So they're going to come up with something like, I know some is probably going to have like a permanent calculator on there, it's like tests and stuff. I don't know, but I think it's really cool. There's really not much to go about this. Only reason why I think this is really cool because Cyberpunk's been in the news, and it seems like some sort of Cyberpunk stuff. So kind of see where this goes. I think this is going to be pretty awesome because there's really a lot of things that we can do with this. We just haven't figured out what to do. But I think there's a lot of great medical stuff that can be done with this, and be great that you come in, they plug that in, and they can use that to monitor you, stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Like you get into the doctor, you have the little wearable device, they plug it in. Okay, we got your vitals here. We got a little, it has a little chip in there, holds some history, says everything's fine. Okay, here's where we have some problems, so we can detect maybe you had a heart attack or something. So there's a lot of good things. I know there's some nefarious things that can be done with that, of course, but I'm thinking all the cool things. So keep an eye on this. I mean, this is just a small news story, but I think this will blow up in about 5 or 10 years. This stuff really starts hitting the market. Oh, and wait for the conspiracy theories to come out. That's going to be fun. I hate YouTube trying to get rid of conspiracy theories because, oh my God, they're so fun to make fun of. Well, that's about it. And watch the story. I think it's going to be pretty cool.